Namaste children, I hope you all are fine. So now we will discuss that why the microbes they act as the biocontrol agents, and first of all what are biocontrol agents? Biocontrol agents means that use of the biological methods for preventing the plant diseases and to prevent the attack of the insects and pests. Okay, now what is the need for that? As all of you know that insecticides, pesticides and weedicides, they are responsible for polluting the environment. They pollute the soil, they pollute the water also. Okay, so there is an alternative method, means microbes they can also act as the biocontrol agents. Biocontrol agents means the biological methods or the biological things that can be used to prevent from the plant diseases and pests. Okay, as insecticides, weedicides and pesticides, they are toxic chemicals and they harm the environment. So let's discuss in detail. Like some examples are there: ladybird, beetle, as having the black and the red strips over the body, and dragonflies, they prevent the crops from aphids and mosquitoes. Now we will discuss about one microorganism, that is Bacillus thuringiensis. Bacillus thuringiensis. Now Bacillus thuringiensis, this is a microorganism which is used as biocontrol agents, How it protects, or you can say that it show its action against the insects, or mainly butterfly caterpillars. These microorganisms, they are also available in the market in the form of the dried spores. Okay, in the sachets as dry spores, and when it is mixed with water and sprayed over the crops. When they are sprayed over the crops, then what happens? That these Bacillus thuringiensis, these microorganisms, they produce a toxic substance. Okay, means if suppose any insects they are attacking, means they are eating these plants, these crops, then what happens? That when they are eating the crops which are sprayed by these microorganisms, then these Bacillus thuringiensis, they will enter in their gut, and these microorganisms, they produce a toxic substance, and this toxic substance, they make pores in the gut lining of the epithelial cells, and when the pores will be created in the gut, then swelling will be there and the larva, it will be killed by these microorganisms. See here that when these Bacillus thuringiensis, when they sprayed over the crops like brassica, then what happened? The insects or the larva, especially the butterfly larva, caterpillars, When they attack means when they eat these crops, then they are ingesting these microorganisms also. So these microorganisms they enter in the gut region, in the gut region of these insects. Then in the gut regions what happen? They produce a toxic substance. Okay, they produce a toxic substance, and this toxic substance they create pores in the lining of the epithelial cells. Okay, they create pores, these toxic substances which are produced by the BT means Bacillus thuringiensis toxic protein. It will create pores in the lining of the epithelial cells, and when the pores will be there, then what happen? Swelling will be there, and the insects, or you can say the larva, they will die. So this is the process, that how these microorganisms they show their action over the larva. Now this method that is also modified by the genetic engineering. Now what is genetic engineering? All of you know that genetic engineering means that the insertion of the transgene. Okay, transgene means the foreign gene that is inserted to produce any desirable character. So BT cotton, all of you have listened this word, that is BT cotton. Now what is BT cotton? BT cotton plants are those plants which show resistance against the bollworms, against the cotton bollworms. Okay, BT cotton plants, these are genetically engineered means a simple cotton plant that is genetically engineered. It means that the gene that is inserted, the gene from the BT, that is Bacillus thuringiensis, the gene from the Bacillus thuringiensis microorganism that is inserted in the cotton plants. Okay, so genetically engineered plants, they show resistance against cotton bollworms. Okay, means that these cotton bollworms, they are not able to attack the BT cotton plants. Why? How they are not able to attack? If suppose they will attack these plants, okay, then what happen? If they eat the stem or any part, means any part of the plant, then what happen? The gene for the BT that is present here, and it produces the same toxic protein. It produces the same toxic protein that is produced by the Bacillus thuringiensis, and this toxic protein, it will create pores in the gut region of the insect, and here you can say in the gut region of the bollworms. And then what happen? It will create pores and the insect will die. Okay, so this is the genetically engineering method, that how the genetically engineered BT cotton plants that are produced. Okay, how it is produced? The gene which is responsible for producing the toxic protein, okay, that is isolated from the Bacillus thuringiensis microorganism and then inserted in the cotton plants. So in this manner, this will become the genetically engineered plant which shows resistance against the cotton bollworms. Okay, and the another method is that these Bacillus thuringiensis, these microorganisms, if suppose they are available in the dried spores, okay, so they can be mixed with the water and then sprayed over the crops. So the action of the microorganism, that is same, that Bacillus thuringiensis, it produces a toxic protein. It produces a toxic proteins which become active, means which becomes activate in the gut region of the insects or larva, and then it create pores, and in this manner the insect and the larva, they will die. Now the question arises that why this toxin protein that is produced by the Bacillus thuringiensis, it will not cause harm to the Bacillus thuringiensis itself. Now the answer is because Bacillus thuringiensis microorganism, it produces this toxin protein in inactive manner. Okay, and it will get activate only in the gut region of the insects or larva, where it will get the alkaline pH. So in the alkaline pH it will get activate, and then it create pores in the lining of the epithelial cells. So that's why it does not cause harm to the Bacillus thuringiensis, and it is harmless for plants also, but it causes toxicity only in case of the butterfly caterpillars, insects or bollworms. So children, next we will discuss about the trichoderma fungus, which also acts as the biocontrol agents. Trichoderma. It is a fungus. This fungi, it is present in the free manner, means it is free living in the root ecosystems, in the root ecosystem of various plants, and as it is present in the free form, okay, in the root ecosystem, so it helps to prevent mainly from the root diseases as well as from some stem diseases also. It prevents from plant diseases like stem rot, root rot, rhizome rot disease. And it shows its actions against the various plant pathogens. Now next we will discuss about baculoviruses. Baculoviruses. They come under the genus Nucleopolyhedravirus. They come under Nucleopolyhedravirus, and they protect the plants from insects and some arthropods. Okay, and these baculoviruses, as they are acting as the biocontrol agents, so they are very species specific. They are very species specific. What does it mean? It means that they do not attack on the non-target insects. Okay. Narrow spectrum, and do not show harmful impact on the birds or the non-target insects, means birds or the other categories of the animals. So that's why it is considered as a very good biocontrol agent.